I'm Patricia Gross. Welcome to Passion Time. I'm here with Joyce Sewing. She is the Houston Chronicle fashion editor. She does write about a lot of different things. And today we're going to talk about fashion, but also diets and fitness, that kind of thing. Because she used to be a professional skater, correct? Yes, and then she takes kids out sometimes to skate. So, just give her a call if you want. All right, Joy, I want to know how you learned to live your passion, and how did you discover your passion?
Well, I was probably about 3 or 4 years old when I realized I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to write, and I always wrote poetry. And the Chronicle, or the Post, one of the local papers, had a little mini page for kids, a newspaper, and I used to pretend. Yes, and I would get it every Sunday, and I looked forward to it, and I would pretend that I was writing out those little stories.
Wow.
So yeah, and I worked in my little elementary school newspaper, and junior high school, so it was everything. That was
and you're from Houston. Which high school did you go to?
St. Agnes Academy.
No, you didn't. I did too. What do you mean?
did?
There's another girl coming today from St. Agnes.
Really?
We're all St. Agnes graduates
Who
here.
knew?
1979.
I'm not
she
gonna say.
cannot tell you
I'm not gonna say.
because I'm really old. Okay. I want to know a little bit about fashion.
Okay.
How does someone, I've always been the kind of chick, you could say, that I wear what looks good on me. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't ever care about fashion trends, which seem to go up and down.
Right.
Remember those shoes in the 70s are back now, the platform shoes, for example. But I always respect and love people that know about fashion, because I find it sort of like it's like a mystery to me. Mm-hmm. Tell me how you learned about fashion and started writing about fashion.
Well, I think I learned from a very young age. My mother sewed. My grandmother sewed.
That's what you call sewing?
Exactly. My last name is Sewing. So I grew up in a household where we worked with fabrics and cutting and putting them together, and spent endless times at the fabric store with my mother and hated it, but it helped me to have appreciation.
Understand, right?
For things, how garments are put together, how they're made, how construction and silhouettes, and I don't know if I made a conscious decision ever to write about fashion, but somehow I ended up here, and it's been great.
I don't know if you can say, but who's your favorite fashion designer?
Oh my God, I can't.
I know
say
you have
that.
many, but some of your favorites.
Well, I like Oscar de la Renta.
Okay, of course.
When he was his collections now are great, and I loved when he was alive. I also like Roland Mouret, who is a French designer and has very structural architectural lines, and I like that.
Let me ask you, because fashion is supposed to be from Paris and New York, but are there any great up-and-coming Latin or African designers that we don't often hear about?
Oh, there are, and you read about them here and there. Actually, I just did a photo shoot, and it was about all the culture and influence in fashion, like Spanish, African, and Asian. And there is an African
Asian.
Yes, there was a black designer here who specializes in African prints, and we used a couple of her pieces that were pretty beautiful.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think that's kind of adds to life, the colors and the culture.
And it's what Houston is about.
Yes, it definitely a diverse city. Okay, so let's talk about something I really don't want to talk about, but because let's face it, we're all on diets, right?
No, healthy living.
Excuse me. I get all excited when I talk about diet. You're right. First of all, give me some advice, or not me, but everyone, some advice on how to release. I call it release weight, because if you lose weight, you gain it back. What do you do? I mean, you look great. What do you do? I know that you used to be an athlete. I don't know if you're still doing sports, but tell me about your daily workout and eating schedule, and I know you're trying to lose weight. Just trying to release weight to go to the beach.
Yes.
We all are. So tell me about that. What do you think is healthy? What do you think people should think about when you're talking fitness and diet?
I think, again, people say it's not kind of cliche. People say it's about a lifestyle, and it really is.
It is a lifestyle.
For it to really stick and to stay, in effect, that you keep your weight down and all the health benefits, it has to be a lifestyle. And whatever fits your body. I don't eat a whole lot of meat. I eat some meat.
Okay.
And for a while, I was a vegetarian, but I ended up going
But you
back.
got really bored. I was a vegetarian.
I needed more protein.
But I was gaining weight.
You're eating a lot of cheese, or you.
I was eating beans and rice and beans and rice. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think it's, you have to incorporate exercise. I tell you, one thing that's helped me is having a Fitbit or a exercise tracker.
Oh, okay.
That way, I know how many steps I'm getting a day and how much exercise I'm actually getting.
Well, the thing about exercise, this is another question about fitness, and that is that exercise, everybody think, if you have to exercise, and that's fine, but it's more about the food, right? It's 80% food, 20% exercise.
Yeah. But in exercise, one thing I have found is that you have to find something that you really like. I'm not a runner. I've tried running. I'm not going to be that girl who's doing the marathons. However, I do like Pilates, and there are things that I can find that I really like, and I think you have to find what's your passion in exercise.
And it's something that and they say that walking is really the best exercise. Walking an hour a day, not even 30 minutes. But what about the 30 minutes versus the 1 hour, the 6 times a week? What have you found in your research as far as, 7 days a week is too much, or maybe just 3 times a week? But what are your thoughts on that?
I want to say first, I'm not a fitness expert, but
you write about it.
I write about it, and I will say
you interview the experts. Yeah,
and it seems like there is a consensus that if you do 30 minutes a day, if you could just get up and get moving, whether it be taking your stairs at work or walking around the building, that any bit is helpful. And vigorous exercise, I think. You can't do that 7 days a week. Your body you need your time to relax.
You need time to rest, right?
And your body to build the muscle.
And you mentioned, I do Pilates too, but you mentioned also, what have you found from the experts as far as how much aerobics, how many strengthening exercises like Pilates, how much yoga, Tai Chi. I found Tai Chi. I don't know if you've done research on Tai Chi, but I'm doing Tai Chi 5 minutes a day just for my brain to calm down. If nothing I've done yoga, but nothing calms me down like Tai Chi.
I think people are you're finding this mindfulness thing going on right now.
Yes.
And more people are finding that meditation and yoga is really helping with the stress. But I think I hear, and I've written about this, as you get older, particularly women still need to do weight-bearing exercises.
Right.
And Pilates is a great one, where you're not lifting a lot of weight, but it is a resistance, and that's what you need to really keep your muscle tone and your bone density and everything.
Now, you have decided to pick this year to be the joy year.
Yes.
But I wonder it seems to me that it would be an exercise for you, because why just make it 1 year of joy? Why don't you make a lifetime of joy?
Well, that's hopeful.
Are you thinking you're changing the hashtag? Sorry.
No, I think the hashtag just started the year. It's called the Year of Joy, or Year of Joy, the hashtag, and it really is a kind of a lifestyle thing, just like fitness. It's how I want to live my life, and it turns out that it's been inspirational to other people, because people keep commenting on my Facebook page, and I see them out and they say, I love that Year of Joy. And so hopefully it will continue.
So maybe
it'll
next
be a book.
year you'll call it the next Year of Joy, the second Year of Joy, and just keep that up.
It's just kind of a theme for how you live your life, not just in 1 year,
but it's sort of like, and you said that once you started it, you shifted, and I think it is because the mind,
it does,
the thoughts. You mentioned a book by Bernstein. You said
her name is Gabrielle Bernstein. And
what's the name of the book?
It's called Spirit Junkies.
Spirit Junkies. Okay.
And then I think she also has another one called Miracles Now. I believe that's the name, I'm not sure. But she was just here at Unity Church.
And it's focusing on what? On just living the day?
On living in the moment, and finding your passion and finding your happiness. And a lot of it's just internal.
Well, I suggest a book called The Power of the Subconscious Mind.
Okay.
Because what really needs to change for us to be happier is our thoughts.
Sure.
And you've done that,
Sure.
and you're helping other people do that. So we appreciate Joy Sewing for coming today to Fashion Time, and for helping everyone be more joyful.
Thank
you
that.
so much.
Thank you.
And you can read her columns in the Houston Chronicle, but also she has a website,
joysewing.com.
and also give us all your social media tags.
Instagram and Twitter, it's Joy Sewing. I have a Facebook page that's fashion, and I have one for fitness, so you can just...
This girl is all over social media. She's the expert. So thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for joining us on Passion Time, and make sure you listen to our podcast, elfactorm.com. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.
Cambia tu vida. Cambia tu vida. Cambia tu vida. Yo sé que tú puedes, que tú eres capaz. Cambia tu vida. La vida es una y tú vas a triunfar. Cambia tu vida. Con fe y esperanza las puertas se abren.